Guys, today we're going to be talking about some of the weirdest type of items in Murder Mystery 2 and also some of the rarest type of items in Murder Mystery 2. So we all know about all these categories for items. There's weapons, effect, powers, emotes, radios, and pets. But there's kind of like a secret 7th type of item in this game that is in the weapons category, which is kind of weird since they're not really weapons. But we're talking about the miscellaneous items. As you can see, these type of items like candies, mystery keys, gifts, stuff like that. There are 13 different miscellaneous items in the game. Most of them actually have literally no use. Only one of them actually has a use, since of course they're only used for helping you during Halloween and Christmas updates. But now those updates are over and you literally can't touch them in the game. One of the weirdest thing about these items is that they're actually tradable. So you can just trade these random freaking items that have no use to the game whatsoever, and they're actually kind of rare and kind of interesting to see when you're getting these items in a trade. The first I kind of want to talk about why miscellaneous items were even created to begin with, since they're kind of weird. They were originally created just to be like a currency for events and stuff, since the first two miscellaneous items in the game were the gifts from 2015, which were just coins in the game, but also the candies from 2016, which of course you could just find those in the rounds and stuff. I have no clue why these are tradable, since coins aren't tradable in the game. I mean, thank God they're not, because they would get mass duped and stuff. But for some reason, these currencies are actually tradable in the game, which is very interesting. If you need like some extra candies for an unboxing, you could legit trade for some more candies to get those, you know? It's kind of interesting. But of course, there are more miscellaneous items other than just the currency. Like, for example, like the boxes of wrapping paper sort of stuff. Like, half the miscellaneous items in the game are just boxes of wrapping paper, which these were actually used for the Santa's workshop in 2016-17, which of course, if you crafted like some of your items, you'd get some toys in return. But you could use some wrapping paper and wrap up the toys, and Nicholas would give you some red and blue token for that, which is kind of interesting. But the wrapping paper you got didn't just turn into a tradable item or anything. It was actually a bit more complicated, since of course they're called boxes of wrapping paper, not just wrapping paper. That's because you actually had like to craft the boxes of wrapping paper. If you use 5 different wrapping paper from that color, you could turn it into a box of wrapping paper, which were just used for trading. And of course you could kind of uncraft them too. You can of course turn the box of wrapping paper into 5 normal wrapping paper, so you can wrap up 5 toys and get a bunch of coins for that. For some reason, Nicholas didn't make the wrapping paper tradable outright. You had to craft them into a box of wrapping paper, which their only use was to trade. There were 3 for Christmas 2016 and 3 for Christmas 2017, so there were 6 different boxes of wrapping paper in total, which was interesting. There was another box of items which was kind of similar to the wrapping paper. It was the box of fertilizer. You could use like fertilizer to grow a tree faster than it would just spawn normally, since I think after you put ornaments on a tree, it would take like a day or so to make a new tree. But the fertilizer, if you use fertilizer, you could actually just grow the tree instantly. But of course, if you had 5 different fertilizers, you could use it for a box of fertilizer, and you could start trading that. It was kind of interesting. But there's one more set of miscellaneous items in the game, and those are the mystery keys. There are 3 different types of mystery keys. Of course, your standalone mystery key that you can still get in the game to this day, but also the mystery keys for Halloween and Christmas 2018, the skeleton key and snowflake key. 2018 was the only event that actually had tradable event mystery keys. Who really knows why they stopped? I guess it's the same reason why they stopped giving away candies for tradable items. I don't know. But yeah, those are all the miscellaneous items in the game. Fun fact, there are actually 2 tiers that were made just for miscellaneous items. Of course, this like cyan blue tier, and also this dark orange tier. This isn't like an uncommon tier and vintage tier, since of course they show up at the bottom of your inventory, sort of like vintage items. These are actually the Christmas tier and the Halloween tier. Back in the day, these 2 tiers were only used for these miscellaneous items, but when season 1 did release, they gave all the Christmas 2018 effects the Christmas tier, which was kind of cool. Specifically, only the 2018 ones though. All the other Christmas effects in the game didn't get those tiers, and also even like the Halloween things, there's no Halloween tiered effects, even though of course there are a bunch of Halloween effects in the game. But yeah, these items do actually have a little bit of value to them. As you can see on Supreme, they have a bit of value, not like a huge amount of value. I mean, everything's kind of been deflated on values nowadays. But as you can see, the box of ultra wrapping paper is up to 150 value. That's kind of expensive. That's more value than most of the tier 3 godlies in the game, bro. What's super crazy is that the gifts of 2015 are 2 value when they were legit as a currency. You could pick these up in the round. You could pick up to like 5 gifts in a round, and after playing that round, you'd gain 10 value nowadays, which is kind of insane. And on MM2 values, these things are giga rare, like 490 value. Like, these items are actually kind of insane in value if you use MM2 values. But yeah, it's pretty much the gist of miscellaneous items. It's very weird that these are tradable in the game. You'd think out of all items that would be tradable, miscellaneous items would not be one of them. Like, I would expect like effects to be tradable before these miscellaneous items would be, since they have no use anymore. And they're in the weapon section. Like, why are they in the weapon section? Like, gifts 2015, this isn't a freaking weapon, bro. They should like add like an other section right here, since I mean there's space for it right there, bro. And they just put the miscellaneous stuff in like an other section. I mean, your snow keys and stuff don't even save anymore. Like, you'll get these snow keys and they won't show up in your normal inventory, but it's weird how I used to back then. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these miscellaneous items. Like, do you actually care about these items, or do you not? I used to own most of the wrapping paper in the game, but then I traded them off like random godly. I kind of wish I didn't do that. Not that big of a deal since I can't even use the items in the game to begin with. But yeah guys, that's about it to this video, so I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye!